This article is intended for people who decide to get pets. One can hesitate for a long time, but, as a rule, no one regrets the decision to get a pet. These cute creatures teach us to be kinder, more responsive. Cats and dogs help to develop physical activity in children and adults, and also form such skills as responsibility, discipline, care. Undoubtedly, any pet has a positive impact on the overall atmosphere in the family. Pets a source of unconditional love. Without a cat, life is not the same. And without a dog, it's boring at all. After all, agree, these charming, friendly, furry creatures make us feel much happier. The awareness that you are a person, capable of showing care and attention to our smaller brothers, fills life with meaning and sincere joy. And just for the fact that the owner is there, each little pet gives him the same unconditional love and warmth, both literally and figuratively. Reasons to get a pet. People who feel the need to give and take care of, at least once in their lives, should get someone who barks or meows, rustles or hisses. Especially if there are small children in the family. It is very important from an early age to instill in the child such qualities as responsibility, care and mercy. In this regard, the first and most important reason why it is necessary to have pets, I would like to call it the development of noble qualities in people. Many animals that are not adapted to life in their environment remain homeless. They can get into such situations because of the unscrupulous and inattentive attitude of their former owners. So, a pet can easily get lost, run away, and become homeless. You probably met more than once lonely cats or dogs wandering down the street in search of food and a new home. Of course, these days there are active shelters and volunteer organizations that help these poor souls. So if you want to do a good deed and leave a positive mark on the world, be sure to go to a shelter. You will undoubtedly get a lot of positive emotions there and find someone near and dear to you. The second reason is such important and necessary components of life, such as responsibility, discipline and organization. When you bring a pet into your home, you should understand that you and the rest of the family are now responsible for the life and health of your pet. Regular feeding, keeping your pet clean and hygienic, grooming, and training are now a must in the daily routine. This is not as difficult as it may seem at first glance, but on the contrary, very interesting. Joint games and walks with the dog in the fresh air will bring a lot of impressions and unforgettable emotions. Sitting on the couch with a cat in their arms, purring softly, will help to remove the stress of the day. If you thoroughly approach the matter and properly organize the whole process of raising a pet from its first days in the house, you will quickly adapt to the new and uncomplicated rules of caring for it. In addition, you will be able to establish your own daily routine as well, if you lacked motivation before that. Thanks to cats and dogs, you can become more active and alert. Now you won't be able to lie in bed all day, because the pet will always draw attention to itself when necessary. The third thing I'd like to mention is, of course, development, which is so necessary for all of us. Watching the animal world is very exciting and useful. You and your children can watch how a kitten or puppy grows and develops. It will also be interesting for a child to pay attention to the fact that the number of fish in the aquarium has increased, or to observe how responsibly bear their post soldiers on the ant farm. So, animals develop in us moral qualities, physical and intellectual activity, but in addition, thanks to them, we learn to maintain cleanliness and order in the house. Of course, you can't always keep track of a brisk cat or puppy, especially at an early age. And there are times when some of your stuff gets out of place, to say the least. And here's perhaps the fourth one of the most fun reasons to bring a pet into the house is for the whole family to clean the living space together, and in a friendly way. Don't worry, of course, this is an exaggeration. A well-behaved cat or dog won't do much damage to the property. But still, to monitor the cleanliness of the apartment should be a normal phenomenon for each of us. Undoubtedly, everything in our lives comes down to balance, and we ourselves need not only to give kindness, care, attention, but also to receive something good in return. Pets, surrounded by warmth and comfort, are the most grateful creatures on this planet. The fifth and most rewarding of all reasons to have a pet is the attention and emotions that animals give us in return. When you come home, You can recuperate in a calm and comfortable environment, relax and unwind after a hard day's work.